Well, I think if I were to think about my top accomplishments, I would say probably the thing I'm the most proud of is what we have built without leadership. The fact that we could create from nothing a global conversation on LGBT equality as a business driver. And what I like about how we built it is it's all about engagement. Out leadership is not about Todd Sears. Out leadership is about the senior business leaders, the companies, the brands they represent, and how those leaders through the Out Leadership platform can engage in equality and developing LGBT talent, making the world a better place, but also doing better business. And that's a different model. It's not a sponsorship model where you buy a table at an event and get your name in lights and get 10 tickets, and those are fine. But I structured Out Leadership as a B corporation, which is a social enterprise, specifically because I wanted to prove that LGBT inclusion was a business driver, and we have. So I'm very proud of that. I think the second accomplishment I'm very proud of is going back to starting that Merrill Lynch team. Because when you think about Wall Street and the reputation of Wall Street in the 90s in particular, it wasn't a very positive reputation. And if you think about the fact that people would not have ever seen Wall Street and financial services as an LGBT-friendly place, much less a place where you could build an entire business as an out gay man and get CEOs and heads of business to engage in that conversation, to now be able to say that Wall Street, according to HRC, is one of, if not the top industry for LGBT people to work, that's a great thing. And of course, that was absolutely not all me, but I was part of that conversation. And the ability to look back on that as someone who in their 20s, not knowing what the heck they were doing, was able to help create that conversation is something I'm proud of. I would say probably the third thing is my relationship with my husband. In the LGBT space, when you're coming out, you think to yourself, are you really ever going to find someone? And when you start dating in New York, especially in the gay world, gay relationships can be very short and fleeting, and you have to navigate a lot of challenges. Even the challenge of walking down the street holding hands, even in New York City, can be a challenge for some folks, and I sometimes feel it myself. And especially being an entrepreneur and traveling, I've traveled 120,000 miles so far this year. It can be a challenge, and the fact that my husband and I are now about to start our 12th year together is something I'm very proud of, and we actually got married right after it was legal in New York State on Fire Island where we met. So I think being able to navigate that in a relationship, regardless of whether it's a gay or straight relationship, I applaud anyone that's able to make a relationship work, because it does make all the difference in the world.